Today the world is talking about peace. We're living in very interesting times when two Muslim states from the Gulf have made peace with Israel. Most of Israel is ecstatic. In all my years of living here, over 31, I can tell you something, and that is that every Israeli longs for peace. They've lived through war after war after war. Their sons, their brothers, their fathers have died in battle for this land that God promised to the Jewish people. So is it any wonder that when nations start to reach out a hand of friendship, they become so happy? I've had Christians all over the world saying, "What do you think about this?" And I can tell you two things. One is that we have been praying earnestly for years for the peace of Jerusalem. Shouldn't we rejoice with Jerusalem when they rejoice because someone reaches out a hand of peace? The second thing is we're not in a perfect peace right now. This is the beginnings of peace. But in the book of Micah, we have a passage of scripture that talks about the latter days. It talks about the Messianic era. And I would like to read you a beautiful scripture. Now it shall come to pass in the latter days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. And peoples here is nations. It's not the Jewish people, it's the nations of the world. And many nations shall come and say, "Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways, and we shall walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between many peoples, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." Now, this passage of scripture is found in Micah chapter 4. But interestingly enough, it's also found in the beginning of the book of Isaiah. Now, whenever God repeats something in the scripture, we need to take attention because God is trying to get his point across. He spoke to two of Israel's most famous prophets and said, this is a message for hope, for the future, for peace. And today I'm standing in the heart of Jerusalem. You hear the traffic noise. It's a busy street. And right behind me is a monument to peace. This is called the Swords and the Plowshares Monument. And if you look closely, you see in one side, weapons of war go into the monument, and out the other side come the farm implements. And on the monument itself, in both Hebrew and in Arabic, are the words, "They shall beat their swords into plowshares." So I want to suggest to you today that we rejoice in what God is doing now, and we put our hope firmly in the future, the Messianic age that is to come. We, Christians and Jews, all long for the coming of Messiah, and this scripture is a beautiful example of what that day will be like. Shalom from Jerusalem.